You read the title. You clicked on the video. Now, before I give my explanation, I'd like you to give me your honest answer. $1 million on the line. Enough to change your life, your mother's life, your brother's life, your father's life, your life indefinitely. You wouldn't have to work for quite some time. I want to know what you would do for $1 million. I've seen people get very psychological about this question.
Well, personally, I don't think I'd do it because my integrity is too much and my pride and thing is...
And I have one thing to say to you.
It's not about you!
Think about everything in your life that would change. Let's picture this for one moment if we could, right? There's a phallic member directly right in your face. A wiener, a dingling right in your gullet. And you are given a simple option. Would you, perhaps, treat it as if it was a lollipop? Would you bomb pop that phallic meat sausage inside of your throat gullet until it reaches the completed course inside of your gooble gob? Think of this for a moment too. Some people do it for free. There are people out there that were having intercourse for the price of a singular McChicken at McDonald's, which is probably $2.19 because it's ridiculous. It used to be $1 for a McChicken. They're increasing the price of everything nowadays. Would you toss aside your pride for money that could change your life indefinitely over the course of history, or would you simply let your pride take you over? Would you be Vegeta? I'm going crazy on it. I'm bouncing on it. I'm doing tricks on it. I'm going sicko mode on it. I'm being psychotic on that meat market. I'm the prime rib, and they're going to be hitting inside of my ribs. It doesn't matter how big, how small, how medium, how over the course of history it changes me, how wide. Doesn't matter. All shapes and sizes are welcome inside of my canal. My chocolate starfish will be reprimanded and treated like an elastic waistband is what's going to happen to me. You're doing too much, bro. You're homosexual. You know what happens every time I hear someone say that I am gay or homosexual or something of that variety? It's just telling me one thing. You despise the simple action of being compared to being close to being a woman. And I'm sure that you're straight and you just don't want something to go inside of your gullet and you don't like anything inside of your mandible right here. I grasp it. You don't want to masticate on some meat. I understand it. I factor it in. I know that you wouldn't do anything close to homosexual even if it would change the lives of everybody around you. I grasp it. You might even say, okay, I'll do it if nobody knows.
No.
This is going to be a pay-per-view live event with thousands of eyes watching you. 6 billion, 100 billion, chillion, bagillion, billion, million birds, all with cameras inside of their eyeballs, filming this to every iPhone, every single body on the earth. And everybody's going to know what you did, but they're going to know you're the millionaire. You're going to get publicity. You're going to get infamy. And people could dog on you and insult you and say, yeah, but you did that. You acted like a woman. The worst thing about it is it doesn't even work the other way. If you ask the girl, well, would you eat a box? Would you eat the box for $1 million? Yes, probably would. Probably wouldn't even be that difficult. Probably be easy. Probably be simple. The real thing is the fact that a lot of men don't even like giving coitus over the mouth. They don't even like doing cunnilingus. They're not even a cunnilinguist. They don't enjoy that. They don't enjoy doing that. So they say, head, that's ridiculous. What if I choke on it? What if my eyes water? That'd be sexy is what it would be. What if I throw up? That'd also be kind of hot. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody has a price, I've discovered. I know this. Let's say you want to become famous or bigger in life, right? Let me put you through a scenario. This is Anthony. Anthony is having a horrifying time at his job. He wants to go and actually perform at an audition that is coming up on Tuesday, but he works 50-hour work weeks and his boss really needs him at the job. So his boss says, all right, we need you on this Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And Anthony says, oh, but I have an audition on Tuesday. I can't really do that. And the boss says, you're going to get fired if you miss this job because you are required for this job. You are going to lose your job because you don't have the PTO or the time off. So you're going to lose your job. So what does Anthony do? He begins to think to himself, what should I do? Should I actively go to this audition and then lose my job? I've heard lots of success stories like that where somebody loses their job and gets to the point in their life they want to, and then I'll be looking down at everybody and making fun of them. That'd be great. There's another guy waking up in a liqueur mansion. He's looking around and saying, there's an audition on Tuesday. He doesn't work a single day in his life. He knows everybody at the casting thing, and he has big connections. He goes and immediately gets the part. You could have taken the train. You could have done all this other stuff. You could have wasted all that money, but if you don't get the part, you're actively going to be homeless and you're going to be looking for another job. And in today's job market, that's horrifying. But imagine this. You're outside that audition, realizing you didn't get the part, and the guy who did get the part comes out and he's rich and he says, okay, $1 million, huh? You're confused. You don't know what he's talking about. You suck my wee-wee boy for $1 million and then you're all set for life. How's that? And so you think again. You're obviously at your wit's end. You don't have a job. You just lost the part. And you're obviously on death straight are you gonna suck it at that point? Is your pride worth that much? Is your pride worth your life? This question has been blown up to a proportion I've never seen in common day and age, where everybody is saying that they're too arrogant or too prideful, or they just don't want to be anything considered close to being a woman, and it's so strange to see that. I say go crazy on it, go psychotic on it, do the best job you possibly can. You have one yourself, so you should be a pro at it. Are you gonna let yourself not be a pro at something you are actively biologically designed to be better at than women? Come on, you already know the best spots, you know where the G spot is, you know what you like, I know what I like, and we should both know what we both like, so we should figure this out. It'd be simple, it'd be easy. You don't gotta swallow, you can spit it out, you can spit it in the back of his face. He just wants the actual action to be partaken. Well, if it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, doesn't matter how long it is. All that matters is that you're actually doing the task. Go ahead and do it to completion, see what happens. And I just want to see you get some money. You really have to be honest with yourself. How broke are you? Are you eating the butt bread? Is that what you're doing right now? Living off ramen noodles, eating the butt bread? Is that your life right now? Are you actively praying you get that overtime? Yeah, you need that overtime because you're not going to make it to the bills. You donating blood at Biomat USA? Is that what you're doing? You're donating plasma? You're donating plasma and using that card in order to do something fun? Are you actively selling your food stamps right now because you need that money in physical cash as opposed to buying food because you went to the food court or you went to an actual homeless shelter to get some food, and you're doing fine and dandy with food and you can eat all that food you want to, but you actually need money to buy things that are actually important, such as your gas, light bill, or maybe your internet bill, so you can possibly finally decide to actually start recording TikTok videos and get big like all those kids you see. But then you realize you're not entertaining, so you can't really entertain all the kids, so you're just boring and you're sitting alone at home in your house doom scrolling, praying that you could possibly be like these people, and you see a viral video blow up thinking I could have done that, but you don't, because you don't have the confidence in yourself, because your pride and ego are too big, because you value your privacy, which nobody really cares about, which you've already sold to every other company because they've already doxed you in every single which way and they sold you information on the dark web. Is that what's going on there? Is that the reality of the situation that you live in? Is that your life? Does it suck? Is it heartbreaking? You should just do it for $1 million. It'd be way easier than the horrifyingly bitter life you live right now because you want to live within your pride, ego, and arrogance, and it's actually holding you back. Sucks to suck that you won't suck, huh? Horrifying, isn't it? Anyways, I'm gonna go see a guy about a horse. I hope you guys have a lovely day or night wherever you're at, and I'm out. Peace. Bye. Wait, before I go. So, you've made it to the end of the video about me rambling about some guy getting his gullet gooblegopped and sleepily going to get schlicked and glocked inside of a man's gullet, huh? You got it this far? Well, if you like my rants and ramblings, you should probably subscribe to my Patreon or my YouTube channel. You can like, comment, and subscribe, but I'd really like it if I could get $1 from you. $1 a month. Nothing crazy, nothing psychotic. Just a little bit of cheddar cheese, Charles Edward cheese, Charles Asiago. I'd appreciate it. You get fun perks in my Patreon, such as getting exclusive access to the Patreon-only Discord, and you get access to my live reactions, which I would definitely appreciate you guys give me some shows to watch, because starting come May, we're going to be doing 2 or 3 episodes every single month, depending on the freedom of my schedule, and we're going to be seeing how that goes throughout the entire course of me making videos. So let's see what happens there. In any case, thank you so much for checking out my video. Now I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you're free.